you're live. Okay?
So I'm going to remove this and your face is going to be in it.
Okay, go. Here we go. You can see it. So no. My computer dying.
All right, so
Right here. HDMI.
So are you taking
This one.
to?
Yep. I will in a. So are you safe if I go over there and start getting set up if you get logged into YouTube?
If it was
Okay.
fake, you would just leave it on there.
That's not smart idea. That's not acceptable.
What am I supposed to do?
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm leaving.
I'm not sure how to connect this to the screen now.
I mean, it's not the back now. Come on.
Are you good?
Listen to me. What happened?
I don't know how to.
So up here, you wanna, there you go.
Did you see the video?
So you're on Mason? Okay. Can you call me when you can see the live stream? Sorry.
My second interviewer is Ms. Sawyer. Her name is Miss Kelly. Yes, you do say to me. She said, good luck today. I was planning on coming down, but I may not be able to. You will do great. Call me if you need to talk first. What time do you go? What time do you talk? If you get back in time. I said, I'm going first in a couple of minutes. She said, oh my God, I thought you were going at 10. I've always known that I wanted to work with kids in some way. I would have never thought that I'd be working with girl stuff right now. When I had my interview with Kelly, she told me this job is not easy, so if you think it's easy, you can leave now. Okay. I was in a kindergarten class. I had my kindergarten was the best class in the building. They were quiet, they listened, they respected me, they respected each other. Everyone they go, how do you get kindergartners to listen so well? And then I got the opportunity to move up to a program lead. I was on board until I found out that I'd have to switch my supervisor. So I wasn't ready to move up, so I waited. And then the opportunity came again, and I took it down, and I switched supervisors. And I became close with that supervisor, which he was actually here this weekend as well. And And as a program lead, I basically was still in the class, working with the members, working at different sites where it was needed. Did that for not a year, less than a year. Then the opportunity for assistant unit director came. I wasn't ready again, but then I switched after a while to assistant unit director. Did all the same things. I still go into the classes. I still do programming with the kids. I still go in and sit on the carpet and read a book with them. I still go to the court and play basketball with them. I still do everything as if I'm still in the class. And I don't know when, I haven't been a unit director for long, but then I moved up to that. Sorry. My main motivation was always to not let my supervisor down, as she always encouraged me and provided me with feedback and helped me grow into the leader I am today. She actually pushed me to keep moving up. I've had moments where I was gonna leave. If anybody knows me, I hate any type of bodily fluids. So I had this one kid, he was autistic, very sweet kid. We had Thanksgiving camp and we were playing something on the TV that he didn't want to watch. So he used to wear this little space helmet because he spit. And that day his mom did not send him with that helmet on, so I put something on TV that he didn't want, and he spit on me. And at our sites we use walkies, and so I picked up my walkie and I said, "Kelly, he just spit on me." And 2 seconds later, she's walking in the room. I'm walking out of the room. I was like, "I'm not doing this. Absolutely not." And then she talked to me, and I stayed. I didn't want to stay, but I did. I still cannot do bodily fluids, but I did stay. She talked and was like, "It's okay," and talked me through it. So, and then I have this other kid who I've known since I went to the club, so we were watching each other grow up. She has a really bad attitude, a really terrible attitude, but she picks and chooses when she has that attitude. She can be a very sweet kid and loving. So I work with her a lot. She wrote me a note, which I was going to bring it, but I forgot. She said, because I used to have a terrible attitude too, and I still do. I'm working on it. She wrote me a note because it was Christmas break, and she said, "Miss Courtney, I really like you because your attitude is just as bad as mine. And yes, I'll miss you for these couple of days that we're gone, I guess." So I work with her. She's doing better. She has her days. Right now, we have her doing junior staff at her site, so she gets to go into other teams and help the little kids. And she's great. She's a good kid. And those two stories, that's the reason I'm still here, the reason I'm still doing what I'm doing. But a really big part and the reason I'm still here is Kelly. Miss Kelly is the reason I'm still at the club and the reason I keep moving up. Thank you.
Got it. And I heard all the comments. So I just want to let you know I'm the ARE. I'm the regional educator of the Boys and Girls Clubs in Jefferson City. And I had a conversation with Courtney one day, and she was just talking about how much she loved what she did. And so I thought, oh, she might be really good to give a talk. And so I emailed Miss Kelly, because I didn't know Courtney very well. And I emailed Miss Kelly, and I think you know this, but Miss Kelly said, that'd be really great for her. I'll talk to her. And so Courtney did it. You did a fantastic job. So our next speaker, Peter Joya. Peter is the CAPSA manager. CAPSA stands for Career Awareness and Post-Secondary Access, College and Careers. He's the CAPSA manager at Mission St. Louis Beyond School. He's been in after school for 7 years and in education for over 10. He completed a year of AmeriCorps service as a success coach in his first year with Beyond School, and he's been in leadership roles ever since. He loves sarcasm, reading anything and everything, and having metaphysical discussions. So buckle up. Please, I added that. He didn't put that in there. Please welcome Peter Joya.
It's still on. Great. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for allowing me to be here with you to share a bit of my after-school story. I could sit here and talk hours and hours about all the awesome stuff that we do and how important your roles are. But really and truly, what I came here to talk to you about today is how I navigate some of the difficulties, the challenges that we face. And I know we face a lot, right? Courtney was just talking about some really tough challenges. Somebody spitting on you. That's not fun. I also probably would have been like, I gotta go. So, what do we face, right? What are those challenges and how can we navigate them? Well, the way that I do it is through a mantra, kind of a thing that I call forget the dumb stuff. So what is the dumb stuff? It's the stuff that is happening at most every job, right? Lots of long hours, early mornings, late evenings, weekends away from our families and loved ones. The traffic, complications, fussy kids, fussy team members, fussy you, being, that sense of feeling of like, I just don't know if this really matters. So what can we do in those moments, right, to stay focused on our why? I've talked to a lot of different educators, and I've heard a plethora of stories on what their why is. Maybe it's they want to just be a part of education or inspire the youth in a way, or help the next generation, grow and be a part of it. And really and truly what all of those stories always have in common is that we want this world to be just a little bit better, right? And that's what the thread is. But how do we focus on that why in all of those moments of turmoil, panic, and those feelings? And so all of those educators, the one common thing that I see though is that there are those moments, right, where they are stressed out, overwhelmed, overworked, over it, and they burn out, or they need some time away from it, and that's fine. We need to take those times, especially when we have them available to us. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to move right past those and forget the dumb stuff. So I'm going to take a minute to just explain where that came from. I worked 2 years in Costa Rica teaching ESL, and a group of friends that I made down there, excellent educators. We had these same problems everybody faces. And we didn't want that to be what was our narrative and what guided us. So we came up with forget the dumb stuff, although we said it a little differently. There were 2 words specifically that we didn't say this version, but I don't need to say that on stage today. You get the drift. So we would use forget the dumb stuff to hold ourselves accountable, to remember our whys and be a part of it. So let me tell you a couple quick stories on how I do that now in the after-school setting and how that's become such a big part of who I am as an educator and who I am as a professional. So my first story is about a girl named Skylar. Skylar's in 4th grade, and this moment is so small. It's so easy to miss, and yet it meant the world to me. So one day, I'm at program, I'm talking with the coordinator there. We're going over the normal stuff, absences, what the plan's like, the schedule, etc. And it's snack time. Kids are all over the place. It's loud, lots of movement. Skylar just kind of approaches us, doesn't really say anything, holding their snack in her hand, right? And she just leans into me, just kind of right into my hip, leans into my hip a little bit, doesn't say anything. I just give her the side hug tap. Off she goes, sits with her friends. But for whatever reason, that sat with me. Like, right? That really mattered. It was her way of saying, man, you're all right. You're one of the good ones. And so, right there, that's how I forgot the dumb stuff. My next story is about a girl named Isabella. Isabella at the time was, I think it was about a year ago, I think she was in 2nd or 3rd grade. And it was a normal day, full of dumb stuff. Walking around, I'm chaos everywhere, right? I'm out putting out fires like always. And I'm moving through the halls pretty quickly. And Isabella's sitting in the hall at a desk, right outside the door, visibly frustrated. She's got tears in her eyes. She's got homework in front of her. And I'm like, Isabella, what's wrong? What happened? What's going on? And she's just like, snaps right back at me. I just can't. I can't do it. My educator brain, of course, is like, well, you can't do it because you haven't learned it yet. So I sit down, grab a chair way too small for me, settle in next to her. And I'm looking at the problems. I realize it's some pretty basic math, right? But she's really struggling with it. So I just kind of look around and all I see is a box of pencils. So I'm like, I got an idea. I grab a box of pencils. I'm like, come with me. Let's go in the other room. We go in the other room, and I say, what's the first problem? She's like, it's 13? I'm like, okay, 13. So I open the box of pencils, throw them on the floor. I said, pick up 13. So she grabs 13. She's kind of looking at me like, what are we doing? I was like, what's the next step? And she's like, take away 6. I'm like, okay, throw 6 on the floor. So she does, throw 6 on the floor. I was like, how many are left? She counts them out, 5, 6, 7. And I go, you did it. You nailed it. You got it. And I hear you all giggling. So anyway, rest of the day goes on. We do a few more problems like that. Rest of the day goes on. She goes home. I go home. The next day, I actually happen to be at that same site again, and her mom comes to pick her up, normal pickup time, and is like, Peter, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. What's going on? She's like, what did you do with Isabella yesterday? And I'm like, well, we just worked on her homework and everything. She goes, yeah, I know. She told me about your method. Here I am being like, and she's like, no, honestly, she loved it. She came home, she wanted to do more math. So we practiced all night. She goes, can you work with her whenever you're around? I said, absolutely. And right there, I learned how to forget the dumb stuff. My third story, final story, I'll wrap this up after this, is about Jamie. At the time, Jamie was a high school freshman. He is an absolutely amazing, replica artist. He is hilarious. He is kind of shy, but he'll talk your ear off at the same time. He's autistic. He struggles with reading, reads at a very low level, has a hard time with math. But Jamie gets signed up for a program of one of our community partners called the Green Beret Youth Initiative. And that is a group of U.S. Army Special Forces who teach about fitness, nutrition, and leadership, and it's a 2-day camp. So day 1, Jamie shows up to camp. He has an awesome day. He's participating in everything. He's a big part of it all. Works really hard with the other peers, gets to know people a little better, shows great teamwork. Have an awesome day. I drop him off at home on the way out after that. Around 9 p.m., his mom calls me, raving about how awesome of a day Jamie had. She said, Mr. Peter, he won't shut up about it. I've never heard him talk this much in his entire life. I mean, that already hit me hard. It meant the world. But the next morning, she drops him off. She comes up, and she's like, Mr. Peter, he's a different person. He woke up early, brushed his hair, brushed his teeth, packed his bag himself. He was ready 20 minutes before we needed to leave. How often does this happen? I said, well, we do it spring and fall, but I can link them up with some of the workouts they do monthly. And so I got the paperwork, made sure that happened. But I don't even know what dumb stuff happened the rest of that day, because I sure forgot the dumb stuff. So let me wrap up with this. I don't need you to remember my stories. I don't even need you to remember me. Maybe I'm the dumb stuff for you. But what I want you to do right now is just take a moment and remember your why. Remember your Skylar, Isabella, or Jamie. Sit in that for a minute. Really hold on to it. Because that's how, always, every day, you can also forget the dumb stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. All right. I will tell you, Peter told me that he was going to talk about forget the dumb stuff. Just so you know, it's a different F word and a different S word. Y'all probably figured that out. But. All right, so Courtney Carpenter. Courtney Carpenter is a program director with the Ozarks Regional YMCA in Springfield. She said her desk has so many fidgets, it could double as a sensory lab. She loves a good inspirational quote, a reflective moment for her staff, and seeing people cry because they're moved. She won't join you, but she will cheer you on. Outside of work, she's often at a concert, on a spontaneous road trip, or trying local ice cream like it's a personality trait. Please welcome the unstoppable, unforgettable, slightly overstimulated Courtney Carpenter.
Hi everyone. How's everyone feeling? That's good. But let's be honest. Some of you are just counting down minutes until it's socially acceptable if you would just dip out. Some are just very overwhelmed by the information that you've taken in and the socializing, and you just don't think you can take anymore. Some of you are just looking forward to sleeping in your own bed, going back to the same old routine, just with some holiday chaos sprinkled on top. So for these next few minutes, let's just be here together. Like Brad said, my name is Courtney Carpenter, and I'm wrapping up my 10th year after school. The last 4 I spent with Ozarks Regional YMCA in Springfield, and then the first 6 were with Nix's Excellence Tea Program. I'm forever grateful for the leaders. Some of them are in here today, who stood by me when my roots were being planted, because those roots are the reason that I can flourish now. So 6 years ago, in 2019, I stood up here on this exact stage and gave a talk inspired by After School, one of the first times that they did it. I was so nervous. I just wanted to be inspiring and funny and memorable. Fast forward to about a month ago, Brad and I met for this, and I said, yeah, I remember when I did this back when we first started doing these, and he said, huh, you did? So clearly, I made a huge impact. But even if I was not remembered by him or anyone else in this room, the message still mattered to me. It was a starting point. Back then, I talked about my story, how the kids inspire me. And that's still true, but now my perspective has shifted. I know what this work asks of you. I know what it feels like to show up on days when your heart is tired, to smile when you don't feel like smiling, to hold space for others when your own cup is empty, and to be the calm in a storm that you didn't create. And yet, you still show up, not because it's easy, not because anyone is throwing confetti for you in the parking lot, and if they aren't coming to your place. I joke with Brad that I brought my confetti cannons here like that. You show up because you know it matters. And let's be honest, some days are heavy. Some days you go home wondering if you did enough, wondering if anyone noticed the effort that you poured in. Hear me when I say this, you did enough. You mattered that day. Your presence mattered. Even if it was messy, even when you felt stretched thin, and even when nobody thanked you. Because this work isn't about perfection, it's about presence. It's the people, the tiny moments, and the connections that can't be measured on any data chart. It's the staff who keep trying, even when it's hard, and the staff who keep choosing kids when even the kids are choosing them that day. It's the new leaders that you get to watch grow, and it's the people who fall in love with this work the same way that I have over the last 10 years. If nobody has told you this yet, I see you. I see the way you carry so much more than anyone realizes. I see your heart in the smallest and the most ordinary moments. And I see the invisible work that no one else sees. You're not invisible. Look around the room. The room is surrounded by people who know exactly how you feel. Your role may be just a job, but your presence is irreplaceable. I wanted so badly 6 years ago to be remembered. I wanted to make an impact and tell my story and make a difference. Now I don't feel the need to be remembered, but I do need this message to stay alive in your programs. You are the ones who shape culture, you are the ones who create belonging, and you are the ones who carry the magic. Over the last 4 years, our summer day camp program has grown so much. This past summer was our best one yet, until week 3. That's when it started to crumble. We still had 7 weeks to go. Something had to shift. My staff were looking at me. The shift started with me. How could I prevent this good, solid foundation that I had worked so hard on from cracking even more? So by the end of the summer, tears were shed by both kids and staff, myself included. It was so hard to say goodbye to something that was so good. Like I said, it was our best summer yet. Not every moment was easy. It was by no means perfect, but it was meaningful. The culture was strong and the connections were real. So when I started preparing this talk and thinking what inspires me now, the answer was easy. It's my staff. So I went back to them for inspiration and direction. I sent them a message with several questions, like what parts of the summer do you wish we could carry into the school year? What drains you the most? And what makes your best days feel so great? Their answers were nothing surprising, but one staff member sent me something I will never forget. She didn't answer any of the questions that I asked her, but she gave me invaluable feedback that I brought here to share with you. She said, Miss Courtney, you keep looking for the answer to what makes magic, but it's been you all along. You're the magic. You're the one who loves being there on days that we don't. You listen to us cry about 5-year-olds not listening to us when you have a million other things we could be doing. You encourage us to keep going when we feel like giving up. You give us the time and the space to take a breather so we want to keep going. You remind us why this job is so important. We pour everything into the kids and you fill us right back up. Cue the waterworks. But not because it was about me, because of what it revealed. The magic isn't something we find, Magic is something we bring. It's not accidental, it's not lucky, and it's not seasonal. It's intentional, created, and chosen. Culture is not the posters on the walls. It's not the mission statements, not the perfect ratios or the schedules. It's the tone you set when you walk in. It's how you show up, greeting someone by name, choosing a deep breath instead of snapping. It's how you talk about people when they aren't even in the room. It's the compassion over criticism. It's sitting on the floor with a child mid-meltdown instead of yelling at them across the space. Culture is 1,000 tiny signals that whisper, you matter, we matter, this matters. So anyone who knows me knows I love Disney. And the comparison from Disney World to the after-school world is perfect in my eyes. Disney calls their employees cast members. Their uniforms, all of them, are all costumes, even if you're Scuba Boop at Animal Kingdom. They aren't hired to maintain a theme park. Their job is to create an experience, to make the magic feel real. Here's the secret that they train their staff with. Magic is not the castle, it's not the fireworks, or the latest and greatest thrill rides. The magic is the people who decide to make someone's day. So replace castle with cafeteria. Replace costume with a t-shirt and a name badge. Replace the park guests with kids who have had long days and big feelings. That's us. We are the magic makers. Not because everything is perfect, but because we choose to show up with intention. Even when it's a Thursday after a full moon, the cafeteria smells like meat. Your magic doesn't have to be loud. It can look like checking in on a quiet kid, telling your coworker to take a break, I got this. A team saying, we're in this together. Your magic is bringing your authenticity and your humanity to the job. So I kept trying to find the magic, kept trying to fix culture, to undo the harm, the turnover, the exhaustion, the lingering heaviness that many of us walked into, not created. But here's what I've discovered. We don't fix culture. We model it, we live it, we become it. So here's my challenge to all of us in this room. Every day, you have the chance to be someone's magic. Not by being perfect, not by doing more, but by doing what you already do with intention. Show up, be authentic, love people well, see the humans in front of you, both kids and staff. We don't just run after school programs. We create belonging, we create safety, we create home. And that doesn't happen by accident. The magic isn't the building, it isn't the schedule, it isn't the lesson plans. The magic is you showing up real, human, present. The moment you stay, and quitting would be a heck of a lot easier. I don't need you to remember my name. I don't need you to remember this talk. However, I do need you to remember how this feels. Because soon, all of us will walk back into our sites. Your same building, your same kids, your same staff, your same challenges. But you will not be the same. And because of that, something in your program will shift. When you show up like that, it ripples. The child will feel safe, the coworker will feel seen, and a team will feel connected. The program will feel alive. That is how we change after school, through one authentic human deciding to care. So when you walk back into your programs, bring the magic, because the magic has been you all along.
So I feel like I need to apologize. I'm sorry. Thank you, Courtney Davis. Thank you, Peter Joya. Thank you, Courtney Carpenter. One more time. These talks are not easy because these are not professional speakers. They talk in front of people all the time, but they don't think about, oh, I'm just going to stand in front of this room. Like Courtney Davis, she's not been to Mosac before. Actually, this is your first time at Mosac, right? Friday, maybe yesterday, we came down just to see the theater or whatever, and she walked in and she was very relieved that it was much smaller than that space that we had to do. She was like, okay, that's okay, good. So thank you for what y'all brought us. Miss Kelly, if you are Courtney, like you're working your way out, find Miss Kelly, your Miss Kelly, whoever that might be. If you are administrator, program director, whatever, your Miss Kelly, look out for Courtney beneath you. Forget the dumb stuff. Remember that why, and bring the magic. It's you. It's not all the other stuff. It's you. So, thank you all for coming in. Please join us in Marbella A and B. We're going to open up that air wall, so it'll be one big room. At 12 o'clock, we'll do a drawing for, I think there's speakers, there's a coffee addict basket, there's all kinds of prizes that you have to be present to win.